Okay, so we're all here again.
Yay!
Yep.
Hello.
And so I'm gonna set the camera here. It's probably just gonna be looking at me, but I promise they didn't leave.
Yeah, we're all here.
They're still here. So.
We're here.
Okay, so let's look at some of these things.
Yeah, the team discussion is that what we want to look at.
Okay,
Yeah, so
team discussion. We need to start with the prayer, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Good
let's
job.
pray.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Would you want to say it this week?
Sure.
Cool.
Dear and gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity we have to be able to meet as a group and to be able to learn more about your language. We ask you to bless us with the Spirit that we may be able to understand the material and apply it, that we may be able to do well on this discussion and increase. We love the Heavenly Father, and we're grateful for the gift of education that has given us right now. We ask you to bless our teacher that we may be able to help us in the way of learning. And we say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Cool.
All right, so discuss and make sure each team member filled out the table properly from their prep activities. So
Cool.
is this the table it's talking about?
I believe so.
With
Yeah.
the range, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Pretty much just with the book.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just filled it out from that.
Yeah, I don't know. I always have a hard time like visualizing things,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had to. Wait, I didn't exit out of this? Did I? No, we're still good.
Okay.
So I always have to like use this thing to like visualize it,
Yeah, that was helpful. I stole your idea. I used it.
and so like where it says like the range of this is this and this, so it's like pi -2 or negative pi over 2 to
Mhm.
pi over 2,
Right.
and then looking at all of them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's helpful.
so that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
So we all got that table down.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just they flip the domain with the range, isn't it? Like you short the domain, so it's not everything. You take like what, one period?
Yeah.
Well,
One circle, one resolution, whatever. Even though with the cosine,
Mm-hmm.
it took like half of it, I think. in the book.
cosine.
Did it?
Yeah, cosine is like 0 to pi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of being negative pi to pi.
Yeah.
It was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh wait. No.
Yeah. So like if you look on the unit circle, it's like cosine is this is from 0. to
Cosine
pi.
is quadrants 1 and 2.
Never mind. Then it does do a full like not a full circle, but half of it then.
Mm-hmm.
Because with
Yeah.
sine is from like p over 2 to negative p over 2.
Yeah. It's from here to here. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Alrighty. Number 2. Discuss the solution and methods for answering question number 5 from the prep activities. What is question number 5?
oh, that is the
That triangle.
triangle.
So we kind of talked this thing right here.
Oh, yeah.
So we talked
Mhm.
about that before you got here. But did you understand that triangle?
Yeah.
He took the tangent
Of
Oh,
angle
42.
42, yeah.
and then that would give you A. And then he took the sine, which will give you C. Isn't it? And then he's just like 42 minus 90, give you the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think you could, yeah, that works too. I think something you could also do is like you could just find one of the angles or one of the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have two of them, you can just plug it into the theorem, like a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
Mm-hmm.
So you could either do the sine of 42 to find it, or I think you could do the other way.
Yeah. Yep.
But that
Yeah,
one
we
works
took-
only works if you have like
If you have both
yeah, if you have
angles.
two.
Exactly.
In the instructions, I think is that.
Yeah, and the extension
Basic
problems, we have
tutorial
one of
lesson
those.
we talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we good with that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, here's the fun part, guys. Find the following values. Try not to use any resources. Be sure that everyone in the group does at least one.
Does the calculator count as a resource?
Does the unit circle count as everything?
I know, I'm like,
I almost have it memorized though. Like I think
Really?
I got the parent down, which is like the x values are 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3.
yeah.
And then the x values is backwards, would be 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
That's like for the closing time.
Mhm.
Because everything is divided by 2.
That's true.
I didn't even notice that. It's kind of neat.
Do you know if the exam we're gonna take it like in the testing center or?
I don't know.
I don't think so, because there's people that aren't
There's-
on campus.
Yeah, it can't be. Yeah, it
Although-
can't be.
I have a friend who's taking like an online chemistry class, and they make him take it in the testing center.
Oh,
So like it was like you could only take it if you're on campus,
interesting.
which would stink if you're like in England or something.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Okay. So no resources is what is that?
I think we could.
Like no Google.
Yeah, probably. I think
Yeah.
you could probably use
A
a
calculator.
calculator.
Okay. That
Um,
makes sense if we can. Do we just divide them and we each find one?
Well, we could do that. Everyone in the group does at least one.
yeah. At least one.
I want to take an easy one. Just kidding. Does like the cut and the the cosecant.
Second.
It's like
Yeah. So this, I have the third one. The sine, the inverse of sine, -1/2. That's equal to -30 degrees, or -π/6. And you can actually do that without a calculator, just by looking at the unit circle.
The first one you could too.
Yeah.
But with that one, there are 2 parts of the unit circle that could be. The thing is like.
True. So this
so
is
which
where.
one do you choose? Yeah.
So yeah, so this is where, if you know that sine relates to just π/2 to -π/2, like if you're just talking about that half of the circle, then it can't be this. It can't lie over here. So you know it has
Did you
to
watch
be
the Khan Academy video
over here.
that she
I've
posted?
watched a lot of videos.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, so you know, like it, if we're just looking at the what's the word like the space between -π/2 and π/2, then you know it has to lie.
Looking at that. Do they
That's
tell?
just
I think that's just what they decided.
that's just what I don't know exactly. That's what the math tutor told me.
Yeah.
So
Let us know, like, if you want it to be a one-to-one function, that like you have a function that can equal this, and then if you take the inverse, there's only going to be one answer for the inverse function.
yeah,
Okay.
And so I think just like math people decided, like, it's just going to be this,
yeah.
just so it's not confusing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you're doing the
When you're doing the inverse
you're
of
looking at only
sine,
half of a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
so if you're doing the inverse of sine, it's only quadrants 1 and 4.
Mhm.
But if you're doing the inverse of cosine, it's quadrants 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's that one.
So which ones do we want to look at?
So, tangent.
Yeah, if you just want to pick one.
Which is 1 divided by.
The second one looks gnarly. Should we do that one?
It does look like a lot of fun. So that one you start with the tangent. The inverse of 1 over square. Tangent.
Do you think? Wait. Is number 4 undefined? Or am I looking at it?
Oh, that's degree mode. Okay. I was like, what's going on?
What you got?
So for the second one,
Mm-hmm.
if you do this, you
Mhm.
get, this is in radians. It's like in
Mhm.
degrees,
Yeah, that's
it's
what I
30
got.
degrees.
Yeah.
But in radians, it's like 0.52. But then, and then you have to find the cosine of that.
And then you have, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think number 4 is undefined.
So yeah, the cosine of that is, did you get like 0.8?
Is it? Oh, I did arc cosine instead of just plain old cosine. That's what I'm gonna do.
And then define that in,
Yeah, 0.866025.
yeah, that's how I got.
If you switch to degrees, what does it look like? 0.99958.
I'll take your word for it.
But I don't know what that means. Radians looks better.
Does she want it in like one of these formats?
Didn't say. Yeah, she
Okay.
didn't say.
Well, there we go.
Usually, like in the homework,
We could transfer it over, but
yeah, in the homework it will specify what it wants the answer
Yeah.
to look like.
cool.
That's the answer to that one.
Which one were you looking at, Maria?
Number 4.
Number 4.
Cotangent 9 pi. Let's look.
Cotangent of 9 pi would be, what is cotangent? That is adjacent over opposite?
Opposite over adjacent.
Tangent or cotangent?
Cotangent is opposite over opposite.
Yeah, you're right.
So it'd be adjacent.
Ooh.
So it'd be -1 divided by 0, so it'd be undefined. Is that right?
Yeah. That's
Cool.
what I got.
That's what I got as well.
Cool.
So let's do one
Okay.
more.
Yeah.
Just so we're doing our work.
Yep. If we do, oh, that's funny. It has 2 repeated.
Oh,
Sine
what?
over -5 pi over 6. Those 2.
Oh, okay.
Let's do one of those.
That way we will have done 5.
Okay.
So
So
-5
5 pi
pi.
over 6.
That'd be the same as 7 pi 6, right? Or 7 pi over 6.
I think so.
And so the sine of that would just be -1 over 2.
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. That's it.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. That is
Cool,
it.
cool, cool.
It's so much easier once you understand
Mhm.
the basics. Okay.
I haven't
So,
looked at this part yet.
given the following triangles, solve for the unknown pieces. Discuss the method used to solve and why that is the correct method. Okay.
Right, so for that first one,
Mm-hmm.
to find the missing pieces, so we already have,
We have the lengths of two sides. We don't have any angles.
So what I did, so I'm looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
I took, so the sine of the alpha angle would be equal to,
Which one is the alpha angle? The one that looks like a B?
the one that looks like an angle.
Okay.
The B one is bigger.
Oh, it's just really tiny. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I know
got
what alpha
the
looks like.
sine of it, which is the opposite over the hypotenuse, which is 6/15. And then if you just get like the inverse of sine,
Mm-hmm.
it would be like the inverse of sine
Mm-hmm.
of 6/15. I think that's how you do it, right?
What did you get? As
It's like 23.57.
so you took
Okay.
6/15,
Yeah,
and then
I took the inverse.
the inverse of 6/15.
6/15.
And that will give you an equal, right? Isn't it?
I think so.
If-
Let me,
That's
let
what it
me
is.
do it real quick.
That was like 23.57
Put that into the degree mode.
minus 90.
So you got 23.57. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. Let me take the inverse.
And then you can take that angle minus 90 and it should give you the other angle.
You got 23.5 something. Okay. Whew. Doing this right.
So if you take that plus 90 and then divide or subtract
And then-
that from 180, right?
I just subtract 90 from that thing. Because alpha and beta together are going to be 90. When you add them
How
together. Because it's
come?
180 in total, and one angle is already 90
Mm-hmm.
degrees,
Oh, yeah, that
which
makes
means that
sense.
the other two are 90. So you just have 90 minus
Oh.
that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you do 90 minus
Minus
23
30.
point blah blah blah.
And that should give you the other angle. I mean, you can also just add it together. And
Yeah,
then
okay.
minus
I see what
180.
you did. So you got 66.
0.24 or 421.822. Cool, and so that would be the.
And then
And then
So
to
then we
find,
know. What are we looking for, by the way? We're looking for
so we
B,
found
right?
we found
the
A.
angles.
We've already
Yeah.
found, or
We
we
found
found
alpha. We found beta.
Mhm.
And so for the last side, to find that, you could do that thing we did with the tangent on that other
Yeah.
triangle, or you could do the Pythagorean theorem,
Right.
which I think is way easier.
Yeah.
So 6 squared plus 15 squared. Wait, no.
Minus.
6 squared plus b squared equals 15
Mm-hmm.
squared. So that would
What
be
is that? 36 plus b squared
it was
equals
225.
225 is 15 squared.
Mm-hmm.
5 divided by.
So you have to have the 15 squared too, the 6 squared, everything squared.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep, everything's squared.
And so 225 minus 36 is 189. And then if you take the square root of that,
Square root 189. equals 13.747727. So B equals approximately 13.7.
Cool.
What do you have for B?
13.74.
13.7?
Mm-hmm.
What did you get?
Oh, I was trying to do it with the tangent.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
It's probably better to do it that way to get more practice, but
mhm.
no, we don't have a lot of time to do that.
That works.
So for the other one,
Mm-hmm.
what we would do, since we have two of the angles,
Mm-hmm.
add
Wait.
those together.
Oh yeah, we do because that's 90.
Yeah, so you would just add those together,
Mm-hmm.
or just do 90 minus 28.5.
Mm-hmm. 61.5.
It's okay, it's still this. Sure. Here.
Yeah, so 61.5 would be the alpha, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
And you have one of the lengths, so you would do, you could take like 28.5
mhm.
and do the,
Oh, there's some.
you can take any angle you want,
You
I
actually
guess.
could take any, yeah, since you know
It's
that.
like your tangent.
Yeah. So you could take,
So which one are you doing? I'm just gonna do the same one just so I can
Yeah.
check my answer.
we could do,
I'm doing sine. 28.5 equals to B over 6.3. To find B.
Oh, so you're doing sine of 28.5 degrees.
oh. Whoops.
So that'd be A over 6.35.
Wouldn't it be B over 6.35?
Opposite over
Oh,
hypotenuse.
yeah, you're right. Sorry.
And you just multiply sine of 28.5 times 35. Yes. Yeah.
Did you get 3.02? Oh, yeah.
So B.
It's cool when you start to get it.
Yeah. No
Did
kidding.
you figure that out?
No.
Okay.
I ended up with 180.
Is it in,
So
do you have it in radians or degree mode?
I think I have it in, yeah, I have it in degree mode. So I did
sine of 28.5.
Yeah, I did B over 6.35.
And then you have to multiply.
And then I multiplied 28.5 by 6.35.
Sine of 28 times.
So this is what you should have right here.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I did wrong.
So sine of
That's what
this
I did.
equals, yeah.
Let's write the sign. Sine.
And that should give you like 0.477 something. And you multiply it by 6.35.
Yeah.
And you get
3.0299.
3.02. Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. So we got this.
Yeah.
And then you could find the other one. We know how to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So now.
Number 3.
Okay, there's a lot involved here. In our day and age, cell phone towers are a common sight. Due to the height of cell phone towers and high winds, all towers are stabilized by the anchoring the tower to the ground using guy wires, i.e. a guy wire is a wire from the top of the tower to the ground. Begin by drawing a picture of this scenario. Of course, it will be a right angle where the cell phone tower and the ground meet. What questions would you like to have answered and could be answered from this right triangle? Okay, so let's start.
What questions would I like to be answered?
Yeah, like what
Well, I
do
guess if we know that that's that, I would want to know the height of the water tower, or
Yeah.
How much strain you're gonna need to be able to stabilize it. So decide like how long the hypotenuse is.
Yeah, what's the point of this question?
yeah, I'm trying to find.
I
I
think
think it's just discussion. Yeah. Well, it just says like what questions could you have answered, or like would you like to have answered? So I guess like
Okay.
what types of questions could we ask? So I guess that's just like a discussion question.
Yeah.
How much water you're gonna need to be able
Mhm.
to stabilize it, how far from the tower you wanna have it, so
Yeah.
it will stabilize it, you don't want it like too close to the tower.
Yeah.
The angle of
sure.
elevation between the guy wire and the horizontal line formed by the ground. This angle is.
Yeah. So the angle. So
So that's
the
at
guy
the
wire.
top, right?
Yeah, is attached from the top of the tower to a point out on the ground.
And
So
that's
we want to
32
know
degrees.
what's the angle of the elevation. This angle is special for this
But
problem.
isn't it the angle that is from the ground up?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this angle that you're on.
Yeah. The horizontal. This is ground wire. We're looking at this angle.
Yeah.
So right here.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's 32 degrees. The height of the cell phone tower averages between 100 and 200 feet. For our example, let the cell phone tower be 125 feet tall.
How long is the guy wire?
Oh, so it's giving us a different one. How long is the guy wire?
Yes.
So how long is this thing right here?
So how long? Yeah.
So it would be
So we have two angles and one length. So that's basically
pretty much what we did, but come backwards.
what we've been. Yeah,
Okay.
what we've been doing. So
So 90
minus 32.
is 58 at the top.
Yeah, so that's the top angle. And then we have 125. This is the length there.
So you could choose any corner to be.
So it would be 124 divided by the same.
Opposite over hypotenuse is just easy for me.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what I do.
So sine of 32 degrees
Yeah.
is equal to 125 over x.
Over X. Yeah.
And so you would just find. So 32 degrees. And then would you. Wait, so this one's over x.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
just
so you
divide-
multiply by it, you have to do a little
Just
some
switch
fun
x
stuff.
and sin and sine. So it would be 125 divided by sine 32.
Two.
So am I rearranging this the right way? So you have this, right? And then you would rearrange it to times by x and get like. Is that right? Then you could divide 125 by that.
Yeah, and then you divide 125 by that. Yeah, exactly. So let's go. Equals
Did you get 226?
235.
What did I do wrong? So 125. So sine of 32
Uh-huh.
is like 0.551.
Sine of 32 for me is 0.5299.
I have it in radians.
Okay.
That's really confusing having a t-shirt.
Yeah. Okay, so sine 32 2.5 divided by that. So you got 235?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
When
Yeah.
is it that you need to have your calculator in radians?
If it asks for it in radians, I don't know.
Yeah, if it asks. Yeah, it just depends on what the question asks.
So what is this question asking? So we got how long is the guy wire?
Wire is 235.
Yep. Near Sister Orm's home. How do you say her name?
Sure. Yeah, Orms.
The teacher in the Bureau math program. Okay, so located 210 feet away from the edge of the road.
Okay.
210. Okay. So the road is right here. 210.
Mhm.
So we basically need to find the length from the bottom now
Yeah. And see if it's
and see if it's less than.
210.
Of the guy wire.
No, of the horizontal. Of the floor.
So here's the road. So there's a road over here.
Yeah.
And so the distance between this tower and the road
Mm-hmm.
is 210 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So we basically need to find this length because the guy wire's going off the top to see if it's far enough from the road. If
Okay.
it's less than 210, then we're good. If not, this wire's going
Then it
to
won't.
the middle of the road.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So would it work here?
So
I'm just going to do 125 squared.
yeah, just Pythagorean theorem, right?
Plus 1 squared equals 238. Some big numbers here.
Yeah.
You can just do 125 divided over tangent.
Okay. What'd you get, Maria?
I got 200.04.
So it could fit
Mhm.
there then.
This is what I got to. Cool.
Nice.
Look at us, we do now.
Cool.
I know.
So what time do you have to be there? 3?
Yeah,
Okay. So how long does it take you to get there?
probably like 10 minutes.
All right. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up then.
Yeah, that would be great.
Cool. All right. Sorry we didn't get to answer the last couple things, but our schedules were crazy this week.
Amen. Yeah,
And that's
I'm
it is
glad.
amen.
And this is amen. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and end this.
Cool.
But I think we got the idea. So
Yeah, more so than before.
Yeah.
Bye.
bye.